Here we go. So, hey guys, I'm gonna make this video which has been a long time coming. I should have made this a while back, but I was getting my mind and thought process together before I started making something like this. So, a lot of people ask me how I went from being this guy to this guy, right? So this video will go on to explain certain things that I've done throughout this last few years that has helped me, achieving my fat loss to becoming fit. And there are so many questions that come up, so this I hope this video is going to explain all of that. This video is going to be, I'm going to keep it as simple as possible. I'm not going to get scientific. There are many videos out there which will explain to you the proper science of all of it. Yes, there are certain terms I need to use because they are commonly used everywhere, especially in this world that I've got into, which is the fitness world. I've recently properly ventured into it, properly, started listening to podcasts, started listening to, fitness advice from great professionals out there. So I've basically gone from an uneducated idiot who knew nothing and just wanted to lose weight by hook or by crook to a guy who knows better, to a guy who knows how to go about doing the business, right? So yeah, this is what that video is about. So let's get it started. So guys, I've made it. I have reached the level of fitness that I always wanted to. I'm nice and ripped. I am at a good 9% body fat, which I always wanted. It became really easy once I knew what I know. It was very unsatisfactory at first when I started working out without having any knowledge and started losing weight, but felt so weak. And that really affected my overall strength, body strength, and fitness in general, because I was losing weight, but I was losing strength also. I was weak. I was basically weak. I looked weak and I became weak, and I didn't have the muscles I wanted. I didn't have those abs, those six-pack abs that I always wanted. I didn't have the muscles, the chest muscles, the shoulder muscles, the bicep muscles, these things that I always wanted. I didn't have those. So I was a little down, thinking that I'm doing so much, working out so much, yet I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. And why is that? I didn't understand, right? Being a new guy into fitness, you don't know much at all, right? I was a fat guy. All I knew and all anybody actually knows is eat less, do a lot of cardio, and you lose weight, right? That's what most people say. So that's the thing that I started doing. I have my basic routine called an initial cardio, which I have already made a video on. It's there. I'll link it in the description. So that's one workout that I always kept regular for a long time, right? I've been doing that for since the last I think it's been at least 3 to 4 years that I've been doing that cardio. Nothing else, just that cardio, right? So that was the starting point where I consistently started working out, and I wasn't really losing the weight that I wanted, even though I was working out every day. I was doing that cardio every day. I wasn't getting the results. I was eating less. Eventually, I started eating less and less. When I started working out regularly, what happens is you don't want to waste that workout. So naturally, your instinct tells you to eat lesser and make that workout count, right? So the mentality changes. So just like any other uneducated fitness enthusiast, I added in more cardio. I started doing more Zumba. I started running in the evening. Any kind of cardio that I could find, I started doing, right? And I ate less and less. I lost quite a bit of weight actually. That was the transformation that I had last year. But the problem with that is I had a very skinny body eventually. By the time I was done with that workout, I had a skinny body. My abs were showing, but they were not really as defined as now. I didn't really like that look overall. So it wasn't really up to my satisfaction, but yes, I was happy that I lost weight. It may have affected me health wise, because my diet was not scientific. It was my mentality that I just wanted to lose weight no matter what, and it doesn't matter what it costs, right? What were my mistakes? Um, my food, number one. I think most important thing to remember for anybody who wants to be serious about losing weight or gaining weight or whatever is 70% of fitness comes from the kitchen, not from working out. All right, this is an important one. So what I learned, first things first, whatever I'm gonna say starting from now, this is all from my experience, this is my personal opinion. When it's a fact, I'll tell you it's a fact, and when it's my opinion, I'll tell you it's my opinion, right? So, because the fitness industry has controversy everywhere, so let's keep the facts straight. Fact is, you need at least zero point 0.6 gram of protein per kg of your body weight. Remember that, 0 0.6 gram of protein per kg of your body weight every day to not be unhealthy. Okay, that's most important. uh, and if you are into fitness, you can take up to 2 grams per kg of body weight. Okay, now the zero point 0.6 part is fact. It's well documented, studied. That's the minimum you need. You can take a lot more than that, but that's the minimum that you need. But even then, zero point 0.6 is low in my opinion, right? Now this is my opinion. You need to take a lot more than that. At least take 1 gram per kilogram to maintain your body weight, not just your body weight, sorry, to maintain a healthy body. All right, because when you go to a doctor for many illness, they would give you protein based tablets, protein based supplements to help you get better. Protein is so important, you guys have no idea. So just research about protein. Protein is really important. I personally take about 150 to 200 grams of protein every day. All right, and I can't rant less about protein. It's amazing. It's one of the best things in your food that you can take to make sure that you stay healthy, right? Having said so, protein is not the only thing you take. You need to have carbs. Desi people, I'll tell you, carbs ka matlab hai, it's your rice, your roti, these are carbs, right? Fats, what are fats? Fats you find in milk, fats you find in cheese. There are so many things in which you find fats. So do a little bit of research from your side. Know what carbs are, know what fats are, know what protein is, where you get protein from. You get protein from eggs, chicken, paneer, so many things. There are so many things out there. So what should you do to make your food right, first of all? So it's really simple in today's world. All you do is Google whatever food you want to know about, the nutrient contents of food. So when it comes to an egg, the nutrient contents of an egg, the whole detail comes out when you Google it. nutrient contents of roti. How do you measure roti? You measure 100 grams of wheat, which makes roti, right? So 100 grams of wheat, how much calories it contains, how much carbs, XYZ, and so on and so forth for all kinds of food. You do that, you know a perfect ratio of what you're eating, what's going into your stomach, right? So this is something you need to do at least for the first couple of weeks, so that you have a estimate of what's going into your body. You do not sleep hungry. I'm telling you, I have lost a lot of weight without going to bed hungry. It's not that complicated. You don't have to be hungry. You just need to know what the right things to do. Keep your protein is something that will keep you full. Okay, just remember that protein is something that fills you up in such a way that you don't get hungry for a longer period of time. That's the magic of protein. So you need to know that, and the ratio should be 20 to 30% of your food should come from protein, and the rest should be filled up with carbs and fats. That depends upon what you're eating. Maybe more carbs and some fats, but fats are also important. At least keep them at 15 to 20%. So remember that and plan your food accordingly. Okay, so now calories and BMR. What are calories, first of all? Calories are energy, energy that you get from food, right? So all food have calories, and you need calories to survive. You need to eat calories to survive, right? So, and what is BMR? BMR is basal metabolic rate. It's your basal metabolic rate. It is the basic amount of energy that you burn without doing anything throughout the day. You're lying down on the bed all day doing nothing, okay, and still you lose, still you burn that many calories, right? That's the basal metabolic rate. How do you know your particular basal metabolic rate? All you do is Google, calculate BMR. The first thing that comes up, you just go into it, enter the details that they want, and you will know your basal metabolic rate. What I recommend is, even if you do work out or even if you don't work out, that doesn't matter. Just make sure that you know your basal metabolic rate, so that we can go from there. We can know how to lose weight from there, right? So let's get that sorted first. Okay, so let's simplify it a little bit more. Muscle and fat, right? So what we want to do is, we don't want to lose muscle, which is what we need, right? That's the thing that gives definition to the entire body, and we want to lose fat. So how do you maintain muscle while losing fat? That's the important, but that is why we need protein. Protein is there to make sure that your muscles stay intact as much as possible. That is why I explained earlier about eating a certain amount of protein to maintain your muscle mass, okay, while you're losing fat. Because when you're losing fat, some muscles also go along with that, right? But eating protein will make sure that you maintain a lot of it, okay? Maybe you might still end up losing a little bit of muscle, but if you eat a good amount of protein, it will make sure that you're maintaining muscle while losing fat, okay? Because now the losing the fat part and all, I'll explain after this, but this part is important. Muscle is everywhere. Your muscles are like, your butt muscles. If as a woman, if you want to maintain your butts or your hips, some you want a good figure. As a man, if you don't want to lose your biceps, your chest size and your ab size or whatever, you need to make sure that you're maintaining the muscle part while losing fat, right? So make sure that the protein content is always up. Make sure that you're eating enough carbs to get energy, and make sure you get fats, enough fats also. All right. So remember these two things. All right. Okay. The point now is, how do you gain or lose weight, right? Do you need to work out to lose weight? No. The answer, plain and simple, is no. But there's a catch here. So let me expand on it a little bit more. Now, why I explained about calories. Now, it's basic science. In order to lose weight, you need to eat less than you burn, right? So your BMR suppose comes up to say 1700, 1800 a day is your BMR. That is what the calories that you burn without doing anything, and then you walk and stuff like that and you burn more calories, right? So it usually expands to a little bit more than that, of course. So suppose your daily calorie expenditure is around 2000 calories approx, and you're eating about 1800 calories worth of food. You're already at a deficit of 200, right? So that's how you're losing weight. As simple as that. You want to gain weight, you cannot, if you want to gain weight, gain muscles, you cannot do that without eating more than you are expending, right? That's science, that's fact. Okay, so if your calorie expenditure is around 2000 calories, you need to eat more than 2000 calories to gain muscles, to gain weight, right? These two things are without a doubt fact. Okay, so this is basically the whole point of losing or gaining weight. All right, so that brings us to the final topic, which is how should you go about it, gaining or losing, whatever it is. So me, I've already lost all the weight that I wanted to, got the body that I wanted. Now I am into gaining weight now. So I'm really proud of that, because I never thought that I would actually think of gaining, right? So this is a fun bit for me. But many people have many ways of going about it. Many of you might hate what I'm about to say, but if you're really serious about losing weight and stuff, I'll give you my example and you can follow it if you want or not. It totally depends upon you. All right. So first things first, I know there are many people who are going to be like, oh no, I'm not doing this. But trust me, it works. I bought a weighing scale. Okay, let's keep it simple. I bought a weighing scale. For the first week or two, everything that I had, from rice to roti to chicken to eggs, everything, I weighed everything. Okay, and I put it down in a piece of paper. I wrote down my food throughout the day, and I calculated how many calories those are, right? Including my snacks. My snacks are watermelon, mangoes, stuff like that. I like eating fruits. So everything I calculated together, my coffee, my milk, everything. And according to what I noted down, I started calculating and I started eating. So for the first week, it was like I had to calculate on a regular basis. After a certain point, I started getting the hang of it and I didn't have to do that anymore. And I started losing weight every day. Every day I started losing a little bit of weight, right? So you just have to put in a little bit of work on measuring your food first, if you're really serious about it, and the results will follow immediately. Trust me on this. If you eat less than what you are expending, you will immediately know what to, you will immediately start losing weight. All right, guys. So to conclude, let me finish this off saying that, first of all, there are some snacks that I used to have which I removed. I love bhujia. It's my kryptonite. So, but I became thin, I became muscular, but I could not get my abs, even though I was doing everything. My kryptonite was bhujia. I removed it, and I started losing the weight that I wanted. Started getting the chiseled abs that I wanted, right? Why do people take protein powders? Is because you don't food sources are not enough sometimes to get enough protein that you need, some people need. Like someone like me or someone who's into the fitness industry, they want to eat 150 to 200 or more grams of protein per day, but food sources are not enough. One 100 gram of chicken breast has 30 grams of protein, 30 to 31, which how much of that are you going to eat throughout the day, right? So in order to make up for the lost protein intake, people take protein powders. So that's the myth about protein powders, right? So that anyways, this video has been long enough. I think I've covered most of the things that I wanted to. So I hope it was informative. I have put up topic by topics of everything. So some of you may not want to go through the entire video, so I've made sure that I've divided it into proper parts so that you can skip to the part that you want to know about. So yeah, I hope it's been informative. I hope it's helped some of you. Please do like, share and subscribe. That would mean a lot. And yeah, till the next one. See ya.